Yo, yo, yo.
What is up?
What is up? What is
What is
happening,
good? What's
ladies
going
and
on?
gentlemen? Welcome to another wonderful, exhausted and tired Knicks Corner.
Yeah,
But,
man. You can see it in my eyes. I look beat.
yo, mine too, bro. But we know why. And
Oh
it
yeah.
is the goodest of good reasons as to why. Because we were in the building. We were in the building last night, and we're
Yes,
going to get
sir.
into that and everything else on this Saturday afternoon morning. Nick's Corner. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, I haven't used a yo-yo. I don't know how long, bro. But I used to enjoy them. I really did. Yeah, man. You do the little tricks, man. You hang it up. You have it go through the thing.
Yeah, I
Those,
never got
bro.
that good. This is about as good as I could get it to go down and up like four times, and then it would warp and it'd be a wrap and no more yo-yo. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Yeah, yeah. I was not yo-yo inclined. I
All
wish
right.
I was. Because y'all folk roll it in and they roll down and you bring it back and all that other cool stuff, and I'm sitting here like,
I used to love that stuff, man. I was big into fads. Whatever fad was around. Pogs. Remember Pogs?
I roughly do.
Little,
Yeah.
they were like little coin things.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no, no. I do. I have a Knicks pod that somebody gave to me at one of my colleagues at work one day. I
That's
was a
dope.
little older than the pod fad, but I
Okay.
remember like my little brother being into it and stuff. So yeah, I definitely remember that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So listen, man, we had a long night. I had a long night, that's for sure. And there was a couple things that you missed out on at the end, which
Yeah, I know. I
oh
know. I
man,
saw
all right.
pictures.
We'll
It's
get
all
into
good
that
though,
later. We'll get into that later. But
cause
yeah, let's start the beginning, man. So first of all, I drove in. I know that you took the train, right? You hopped in.
bang bang.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took a drive, man. It took me a while. And on the way back, detours like crazy. I couldn't get to the Midtown Tunnel. I had to go all the way around.
Really?
Yeah, that was not cool. But dude,
Yikes.
walking into MSG again, you know what I mean? So it's preseason, right? This is my second preseason game, but it just the energy is still there. It's amazing. It doesn't feel like preseason whatsoever. And when the game got going, it definitely didn't feel like preseason.
At all, man. Like at all. It was a game. And as I said from the beginning,
Right.
Tibbs has treated this like the regular season. These are regular season games for these guys.
Well, listen, it's a real field environment. You can't
Mm-hmm.
practice in that environment, especially at MSG.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You can't just mail it in.
No, definitely not. And we were talking about that last night as we were streaming some live during the game. I think I'm going to do that throughout the season when I'm at the games. I'm just going to
Mm-hmm.
stream a couple minutes of the game, try to catch the last 2 minutes, especially if it was close because we caught
Yes,
a good portion last night. But I want to ask you, Coach, man. So that was the first time you were back in the building, right, since the pandemic started. So what did
yes.
that feel like for you?
It felt like coming home, man. I mean, MSG is special. You know, I mean, whether you're going for the ice capades, Sesame Street on ice, you know what I mean?
Right.
It don't really matter. MSG is special.
Billy
But
Joel, as we saw that banner up
yep,
there.
yep. I mean, but when the Knicks are involved, it's like it jumps up a notch. And I mean, I was on the block waiting for you. I was over on the back end of 31st Street,
Right.
and there was an entrance back there, and people were standing in line, and there's the Oyster Bar and the parking lot across the street joint. And I saw Mayweather and them pulling up You know what I mean? I saw the money whips. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, all right, it's gonna be one of them nights. I'm like, it's a preseason Friday, and Floyd Mayweather's showing up. Like, word, all right,
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's that kind of it's that kind of thing. You
And I'm
know,
glad you pointed it out because I mean that in and of itself says something, right? I mean, who shows up as a celeb to a preseason game? You know what I mean?
you know what I mean? Like,
And he had a TV spot and everything. Well, I mean, he would
yeah,
no matter where he goes, he's gonna. But what I'm saying is, for him to care enough to come to a preseason game, like it says
yeah,
something.
that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, yo, that's 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 not happening in a lot of places.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Nicklandia is exactly that, man. It's the island of good things.
Oh yeah. And never die Knicks.
Oh man, listen.
Never die
Now we
Knicks.
strolled up in there. We was a little late strolling up in there, no
Oh man.
doubt, because I had to get my hot dog. I was starving on that train trying to
And
get up in
traffic
there.
was crazy getting in there,
You
man.
know what I mean? My silly behind didn't eat my lasagna before I left like I was supposed to. Big shouts to MJ. And you know what I mean? So I was starving. So I was like, yo, regardless, when you riding on the train for like an hour and change and you hungry, the bubble guts. So I was like, see, now I can't have my night ruined. I gotta have me something to eat real fast.
Oh man.
And you know what I mean? So by the time we rolled up in there, that first quarter pretty much was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
we were
we
and
walked.
we were down. And I'm not really mad, Danny, because we weren't playing well. So I'm not really
No,
mad
yeah,
that
we
I missed
missed.
that part.
Yeah, we did miss that part. And so yeah, I think by the time that we got to our seats, right, there was like 8 minutes in the second to go.
Yes.
And we had enough time to eat and then
Yep.
go hop out and meet some of the guys for halftime. But yeah, that first quarter and what we missed, it really looks like Nito did work, and I saw a comment earlier on the timeline from T Sage. Shout out to Tommy. He was saying that it was kind of on Kemba a little bit. His defense
Hmm.
on Neto was just not 100%, not as tight as it could be. And we saw off the bat. I mean, he had big points early. You know what I mean? So I feel like by the time that we got there and saw the rest of the game, it kind of squandered out. So obviously Tibbs caught it, squashed it, and we were able to move forward.
Of course.
Yeah, but
I
so
mean,
what did you think? 'Cause I know you went back and rewatched it.
yeah, I mean, but Tommy said that, and big shouts to my brother Bankai, New Tape City. I saw his tweet. Who
Which
should
one? Which
start
one?
them?
Which
Yeah,
one?
who should start? Like, come on, man.
All right. I thought you
Come
meant
on.
the other tweet because he put another tweet out of the picture that you took of us, right? But from your phone. And he's like, I know this one right here has got to be taken from Coach Voss' flip phone. You didn't see that?
Oh no, I did not,
That's the
and I
bank
don't
guy.
have a flip phone, sir. Wow. Oh, New Tape
Oh,
City, it's on now.
yo,
See. Oh, I'm not
so
sparing you.
funny.
Wait till you get your show. Will you hurry up and get your show?
Yo, man,
Anyway,
yeah, let's go. We wanna come on and cause some havoc.
right. And now I will. No, definitely. Like I got a damn
You
flip
funny,
phone.
man.
What's wrong
But
with
dude,
these childrens? What's wrong with these childrens? Anyway,
you funny. But dude, the vibe was just crazy last night. You know what I mean? Walking through the halls,
so
Knicks fans
let me
everywhere.
get back to what I was saying on that. Because he was like, who should start? And now listen, it's one game, guys. Let's not overreact to one game. You know what I mean? The games where we was blowing cats out when nobody complaining about Kemba's defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a game that is tight, all of a sudden we might have to do something. Come on, guys. Come on.
Listen, but that's what these reps are for too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean,
so
this is preseason.
now he's got tape to go back and watch. All he's gonna do is tighten
Right.
up. You
I
know?
mean, honestly, he had the last game off. Maybe he was a little rested a little too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so we don't know. But again, it's one game. I can't encapsulate everything in one game, with
Right.
the exception of how this joker ended, bro.
That was just crazy, man. Because honestly, we were going back and forth. Up, we were down 19, then we caught within 13, back
Yeah,
to
and
18,
we stayed at like 13,
11.
11 for a
Yeah,
while, even when it started getting 4 minutes down. And that's when I'm like, oh, they're answering
we
our
said it.
call.
We looked at each other and said, "This is
Yeah,
it right now."
yeah, this is it. And then they heard us say this was it. And the Knicks was like, yo, have y'all been paying attention?
You know what we do.
Exactly. And then they started doing it. It started with the defense. Then we all started getting mad
The
at the
defense,
referees and they whack ass foul calls. You know what I mean? Because it kept putting them at the line while we trying to have momentum.
right?
And you pointed out something great. Wes Unseld Jr. was calling the right timeouts at the right time to try to squash momentum. So
Nonstop, all game he did it, and he did a great job at doing that. Great job at doing that, you know. But you hit on a key point, man. Defense. It all started from defense, you know. And I said that in one of the drives that I did earlier, you know, in the week, is that's where we want to see it. And I said that too. And then Chris Persianen's halftime live last night, he was like, "What's one thing that you want to see moving for the rest of the game?" And I said, "Defense. I want to see it start on defense." And that's exactly what we saw right there. And I mean, you got it firsthand because I was sitting next to you during the game, you know, but I kept saying, man, like we just need one more stop. Let's get, you know, string together 2 stops. I'm not talking about let's string together 3 3-pointers or, you know, let's string together 3.
It's not about the offense.
I'm stringing together stops on D. You know what I mean? Because that gives us more opportunities on offense and that'll continue to help build a spread or build the catch up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which was the case last night.
Took the words right out of my mouth. See, we two here, and we were both rocking the white Pumas with the blue and the orange last night. Different styles, but we
always
again.
On point, man. I'm telling you,
always
man, great
on
minds
point,
think
man.
alike.
Yo, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, look, do you see the wonderful? We broke it out last night. You know what I mean? Danny with the wonderful T-shirt press, doing great things, man.
They're coming.
So now,
they're coming.
We are branded, bruh. Let's go.
They're coming. They're definitely coming. We're gonna get some merch popping, some Danny B Morning Drive, some Coach Five, Knicks minutes. Yeah, we're gonna get all that stuff going. So
bang.
By the end of the year, top of the year, 2022, we'll be going in. That's for sure.
Indeed. So Danny, let's pick it back up with 4 minutes to go.
Well, I was gonna say let's rewind and even go right back, man, because what I'd like to touch on is meeting up at halftime, right? So boom, we got to our seats. We seen, you know, I think we were down 12, 13 at halftime, right? And so we seen that, and we jetted up to section 310, where our man Kyle from the Garden, everybody knows him up on Twitter, Kyle Jimenez, he's been the man hooking everybody up with tickets. We were able to go up and meet him on the bridge. So that was the first time I got to meet him in person. I've been talking to him for all year long. So that was real cool. He's stand-up dude. And you know what's funny is we didn't even have much time to talk because by the time we turn around, there's people right there looking to talk to him about some more season tickets. So
yep, exactly. He had to get
busy. Looking to get in the building. That's the guy to get in touch with right there. So if you need his hit me up.
That's Kyle. Hit him up.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and then
sir.
And then me and you participated in a little Knicks Film School halftime live with Chris Persianen,
which is this young man right here.
And I gotta shout out to my boy Zach. Zach's 917. He's up on there. Where you guys all seen him before. Zach's the man. He's always, dude. I gotta give him props, man. He's always got the camera ready. When we bumped into Mike Breen last week, Zach was right there, man. Caught everything. So big props to him. But dude, great night, man. So halftime, that was real cool seeing them. And then we come back down to the seats, and yeah, man, just had a blast, you know. We obviously got to watch a nice little comeback. Rose was killing it. He's such a veteran, and it's so easy to count on him when you need it. You know what I mean? So it's like we needed the points. Get the ball to Rose. He'll penetrate or he'll find the open guy. He's so good at that, you know. And you know what I saw a lot of too last night was Fournier creating space for himself too. You know, and sometimes it didn't end well. Like we didn't end up getting the points out of it, but he was able to shake 2 defenders, create his own space, and get to a position where he could, you know, make a decision to take a shot or to get rid of the ball and look for a better shot opportunity. So I love seeing that. And then our boy Mitch, coach, what did you see out of Mitch, man?
I saw a young man that was thirsting to get back onto the court, but still got to get his basketball legs underneath. I mean, but the size is there, the strength is there. He just has to get used to that strength and running up and down the court on that. And you can't really fake. You can't fake game miles. You can't really fake it.
No, listen, it's like you work out, right? You're doing pull-ups, you can kill it. You could do 50 at a time, right? And then you stop doing pull-ups for I don't know, say 3-4 months, right? You start putting on some more weight. You want to add a little bit more weight,
Shoot,
then you get back to
5 is hard now all of a sudden.
yeah, exactly. So listen, that's how it goes. Everybody knows that. Give him some
Yep.
time. I did see him set some hard screens though.
Yes, and he actually didn't set those fake runaway screens. He actually stood there and set the screen. He has
Dude,
never done that before.
that
He's
made
a
me happy,
changed
man.
man, and he
Let's
did it like
go.
twice. Because it used to
Big meats,
drive me
baby.
crazy.
Big
Because
meats.
Taz last year was like the only one
We
who
said that multiple
actually
times.
set screens. Yes, we
Mhm.
def. And so to see Mitch do it, and with the size he got now,
Oh yeah.
those are solid behind screens. Yo. That dude is getting lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, absolutely, man. So I'm so excited to see him just slowly get back into it and
Hmm.
start really becoming a big part of of our motor,
Yep. And
and
what
our
we
engine.
doing
So definitely, man. So yeah, dude. So let's fast forward now, right? So we go into the third quarter, right? It's
here?
pretty
Hmm.
much a lot of the same, back and forth, back and
Right.
forth. Go into the fourth quarter, same thing, back and forth, trading shots. And finally, I want to say within like 6 minutes, we got to a point where, as you just mentioned earlier in the show, we were fluttering between 11, 13, 15,
Hmm.
back down to 11, and we just couldn't break that 10-point mark.
Right.
And I looked at you and I said, "Listen, this is the point right here. We got to string together some stops and make one last freaking push."
Yep.
And what's funny is we did, but at the same time we didn't. We started to put in a little bit more energy in, but it took again down to like the 4-minute mark to get
Yep.
serious about making one last push. Because there was a point where I'm watching it and I'm like, are they about to throw the towel in right now, or are they gonna
Right.
go for it?
Right.
And if you know this Knicks team, and if you're gonna take anything that we've seen from preseason, it's that every game is do or die. It's not just it doesn't count game. It's this is our court, this is our game, and we're gonna show you why we're good at what we do.
Hmm.
And so that's what they did, man. Grimes knocked down a shot. Jules hit 2 free throws. Rose hit 2 3 throws. And then I know Jules missed those 2 free throws that would have solidified the lead, put us up by 4.
Now this is all the way. This is at the 118 mark.
Okay, yeah, right.
This
Within a
is
minute and a half.
all the way down at the 118 mark.
Yep.
And I know this because I have footage right before he shoots those
Let's
last two
roll that,
free
man.
throws. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
And this is preseason.
This is
This
preseason,
is
y'all.
preseason, man. It was
Preseason.
so lit, man. It really was.
I mean, y'all don't understand.
And
Preseason, and it sounded
that
like
music
that.
too. Dude, it was so loud, man. And oh man, and it's preseason. It's just I can't wait for first of all the game opener, and then
Yes.
just through the season, man, because it's
Yes.
just gonna get more
Just
and more.
going on the journey.
Yep. So let's talk through that last few minutes, man. There, you know what I mean, where we pulled within one, right? Rose goes in, he gets fouled, he hits both free throws. We're up by 1, right?
And then,
No,
ladies
no,
and
no, no, no. I'm
gentlemen,
sorry. Jules got fouled, hits
yes.
both free throws, and puts us up by 1.
And during this time, Danny has taken pictures for the people in the front that were sitting in front of us because he was just a kind dude. He had already taken a picture for a nice family in the hallway prior to. I was making friends with the people sitting next to us.
You
It
got it, man.
became
Knicks
a
Nation, you
cool
know
little
that.
community section.
Oh
And
yeah.
everybody around us is keyed in on the game, screaming, yelling,
Yep.
all their passion, with the exception of a couple of knuckleheads who was just chanting for practice.
Yo, man. So we had a couple knuckleheads to the right of us in the back that were just screaming F Trey Young all game long.
Like,
Dude, give me a
yeah,
break,
come on,
man.
guys.
Not the time, not the place, man. You know what I mean? Save it for the postseason.
Right, right. Save it for when he's here or something like
Yo,
that.
I
But
want to hear MVP chants. I want to hear, you know what I mean, people being funny. It's just stupid.
yo, and my man Nick for life, he was impressed by the win. It was very telling about our team. Grimes,
Big
like,
shot.
whoa. Yo,
Big
he
shot.
hit a really, really big shot at a very key moment after missing one.
That's the
That's
point right
what's
there.
really
Yes,
important.
sir.
is that he took the shot again. You know what I mean? Tibbs had the rook in down in the stretch, and that speaks volumes. Yes, it does. Obi played very well. Yes, he does. Tibbs went to 5 with Obi. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been screaming that Obi is more than just a power forward for I don't know how long, but nobody's been listening. They've
He's
been
just a
telling me,
versatile player overall.
right.
You know,
I mean, now he just has to kind of get a little bit more steadfast defensively. And quite honestly, though, with the amount of bigs we have, as long as everybody stays healthy, it's not necessarily something I think we need to do.
right?
And we'll get into that a little bit more in the next segment. But
Let's hit him with a commercial, and we'll come back and we'll wrap up the
no,
game.
because we got to get to the end of the game first.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll save the, you know what I'm saying, we'll save the best for last, as they say, and you know, and we'll do a little wrap up and send off.
Oh yeah. We were going to definitely get into that. All right, so let's drop this commercial, and we'll be right back.
The menu will quickly action figure.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got that new Knicks gear, getting ready for the new season. We got the new Emmanuel Quickly action figure. Bum, bum, bum. Complete with 90-something% free throw accuracy and a nasty floater. Oh, and this Emmanuel Quickly hits the 3 like it's water. Splash. Get it early before the holiday seasons and Christmas and Hanukkahs and things. Go get your Emmanuel Quickly New York Knicks action figure. Get it now.
The menu will quickly action figure.
Yeah.
Bro, I love that, dude. It cracks me up every time. I'm telling you, we gotta do you big time somehow with commercials and stuff. What up, Robert Parr? See you checking in over here in the comments. Dude, it was just such a great night, man. You know,
It was
a great night. Like I said, the atmosphere was just amazing. And the last 6 minutes of the game was just it was just exciting and it was so gravitating. You know what I mean? Like it pulled you in. We were all so locked in on, you know, what was going to happen, man. Every possession, you know, it was. What more can you ask for? The last preseason of the game, going into the season, you know. I mean, and to win it in that fashion, it was just incredible.
I mean, Julius hits the 3. We're up by 1. Then they come back, hit a 3, and then Julius gets fouled, hits both free throws. We're up by 1 for the first time. Then he gets fouled again.
Rose gets fouled, hits 2, puts us up 3. And then that was when they came back and they hit the 3 and tied it.
And Neto hit a deep one.
Yes. And so he tied it up. But you know what? Look what happened, man. You know, Tibbs said, go get that ball, go hit that shot, win the game, and let's go. You know, we got a season to go kill. So.
And apparently.
That's what happened.
Apparently, Julius told somebody, I believe he told his wife he was going to make that shot.
That's what's up.
And she said she didn't believe him. And that's why at the end of the game, you see him mouthing certain words. He's talking to her.
And you know what's great is his reaction to hitting that shot, right? Last season, he hits that shot. He's stone cold faced. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I hit that shot.
I'm supposed to hit that shot because I'm the number 1 guy.
Now he hits that shot. He was smiles, man. He was trying to hold it back. I don't know if you've seen it, but he was big smiles, trying to hold it back. Like, good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the love and the fame. Like, Alan Hahn said this the other day. Like, this team right here just has such a vibe and an energy that hasn't been felt since that Knicks tape era. You know, and it's because a lot of these guys are treating it like a family, and they're using words like love and, you know what I mean? And
brotherhood.
It's tight.
And this is important to them.
Let's go,
man. And I called that bucket too, bro. And I called that bucket too.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you did, man. If anybody's seen the live that I had going last night during the last 2 minutes, I caught all of that. And we caught Coach as Randall's taking that step back, that's game. Boom.
Yes.
Step back, shot, and boom. Game.
I'm sitting there watching, and I'm watching Gafford's footwork, and I'm watching the spacing and how comfortable Julius's shoulders were. And I'm watching the clock. I'm watching 4 seconds, and I'm watching 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh snap! And in my mind, I'm like, he's gonna make it. And then he let go, and I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, that's game. And then swap. I was like, ah!
Dude,
It was great. It was
yeah,
great.
it really was. And the thing is, too, to get into that position to be able to even win the game, it took, like we just said, defense. You know what I mean? There was 3 possessions in a row where we clean stopped the ball. You know what I mean? Whether it was up at the rim, whether it was forcing a turnover on the perimeter, whether it
or
was
something
forcing
like that.
a shot.
Clean, good defense.
Yes. Yep. And we were able to come back down on the other end and take advantage. And I mean, if it's not clear, like that right there points to exactly what the identity of our team is, you know, and that's defense, all in on defense. And when the team buys in and those 5 guys on the floor are in sync and they're making the right rotations, you know, they're making the right switches, they're making sure they're right up on their man, they're not giving them too much space. We're locked in. You know what I mean? And those sequences right there are so big because that is what we need to be a championship contending team. And I'm saying it, you know what I mean? Because if we play 48 minutes with that defense and what we know we can do on offense, we're going to be all right. And I think that
RJ,
I got to say this.
Handcuffs.
I got to say this. If Tibbs could figure out a good handful of looks that we could throw at opposing teams that we are consistently doing good things with. I'm at a loss of words here, but consistently doing good things with 5 different looks. We're totally good, man. We're totally good. That combined with the defense that we just saw for 48 minutes, that's a tough team, you know. But it's got to be a buy-in, complete buy-in.
Yes. And it looks like from this preseason, it does indeed look like it is. And RJ has had some very, very lockdowny moments throughout the preseason.
Played great D. Great D.
His defense is his footwork.
Underrated.
He's learned where to
underrated.
be.
Straight up.
Yo, I mean, dudes have to come back and reset and come back and reset again. And all he's doing is body and moving. It's woo. You know, I mean, you put him on Trey in the playoffs this coming season. Things might be a little bit harder on the young man than they were this last time.
I think so. I think he's really stepped up. You know, that was one thing that Chris Persianen said yesterday during the halftime live is that he really wanted to see RJ kind of make guys on the opposing teams like Beal, you know, just disappear, you know. You know, Dinwiddie, obviously he's a good guy, you know, good player, and you know, he did his thing somewhat, but the times that we needed to shut them down, those types of guys down, we did at the end of the game. You know, and those were the keys to the game right there.
Defense is a team game. It's not individual defense. And again, that's why I'm not worried about Kemba or Evan, because it's a team defense.
Tibbs has said it multiple times. You know, it's not an individual person's effort that goes into what makes our defense good. It's a collective. So when we lose a guy like Reggie, okay, yes, he did have some great defensive moments for us last year, but it's not the end of the world losing him because it's not just his defense that makes the identity of our defense.
Correct.
You know? So you plug in a guy like Fournier, plug in a guy like Kemba, as we said earlier in the show, maybe his defense wasn't as tight as it could be, but you know what? He's new to the system. Let our film guys work out with him. Now he's got footage to, you know, see how he can improve it. We're going to be fine. Him and Evan, once they get to that same defensive intensity and comfort level, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's going to increase as well throughout the season.
We're going to be folds apart from where we were last year. You know, it's levels to this, coach. You know that, man. We all know that.
Again, it's preseason. This is a glimpse of what they are working on in practice to bring forward to the regular season.
And this should show how intense that we are taking it. You know, every game is this intense.
Yes. And whether it's a blowout or whether it's a down to the wire. And the thing about this preseason is we have had both. And the team has reacted similarly to all of it. They didn't get complacent in the blowouts toward the end, and they didn't lose heart when they were down in the end. This is the type of stuff you need to carry forward. And
Yep.
if they carried that forward, this is going to be a very interesting season for other teams coming to MSG.
Oh yeah. Listen, the Knicks are still being underrated. You know what I mean? They're
Oh,
still
yeah.
being placed, and I get it. I totally understand. But you know what? Let's see what happens. I'm gonna take a look at in the first third of the season, compare us to how we're playing with the rest of the conference. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then you do the same thing halfway through, and then you do the same thing after All-Star break, and then at that point, we'll see where we're at. But at that point, it's a rat race. You know how that goes to get this best seeding that you can. And once we're in, and that's where it's a different game. But like you said, I don't want to get too far ahead, man. This season, we got a lot to look forward to. So many bright spots. We got IQ to look forward to, blossoming into something more, taking his game to the next level. We got Mitch to look forward to, getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, he did a lot of work in the offseason on his body. How does that play out? We got guys like Kemba, and Rose, and even our rookies, man, Deuce and Grimes. If Grimes, it was that important to our game last night, because he had a lot of active hands. He had a lot of moments where he played great on defense and forced some things to happen that worked out all right. And same with RJ, to your point earlier. But Grimes and Deuce, I think they're not
They're going to play a part.
But they will play a part. I think that the time that they get and the opportunities they have, they are going to make most. Same with Jericho Sims. So we're good, man. We don't have to worry about our rookies coming in.
He's going to the G League first.
Sometime,
Yeah, he's definitely going to the G League first because he has to get to a certain comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
Once he does, then he comes back up to the big dance. He's going to have some sort of role.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And depending on how he embraces that role and what he brings to the table, it could very well be Mitch and him next year.
And I'm not mad at that either, man. And even if we kept Nerlens, you know what I mean? Whatever. If he's down to ride with us,
let's ride.
And listen, I was just it's funny as you said that, because I could see down the line, and I'm not trying to say anything right now, but down the line, Taj getting a job with the front office, right?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, not now, not next season. I don't know when. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you.
That would be ideal, right? And then you do what you just said. You bring Sims up, and now we got Mitch, Sims, and Nerlens instead of Mitch, Nerlens and Taj. So, I mean, right there is a perfect world.
You have the future with Grimes and McBride and him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely brought that one up because I liked how Knicks broke it down. 31-10 is a little tough, but 21-20 on the road. If we could work something similar to that out, maybe we end up, 29-12 at home, and 21-20. We're still at 50.
Right. And that's exactly what I was just saying, man. People are still underrating us. I mean, people that know this team and watch every game and watch the rest of the league. And, there's diehard basketball fans on Twitter that aren't on ESPN, because people on ESPN and big channels like that, they have too much to watch. They're not watching every single aspect of every
Knicks. Or they choose to watch certain things over other things.
My point, man. We know what we have best. So I'm going with our own outlooks over those guys.
Yeah, because they don't really know. So, correct. They're guessing
all of those guys any day.
They're taking higher level over the snapshots kind of things. You know what I mean? And it's nonsense. And we know it's nonsense because it's all rhetoric.
It's all stupid crap, man. That's all.
But Rob just said something about home court. Home court for us is huge. But did y'all notice the Wizards bench last night? They wanted to shut us up. So it's a driving. They're like, man, it's loud in here. Man, we need to shut these guys up, man. They're making all this noise. And it drives them equally. But, dude, I was so proud of MSG last night. I mean, that noise, man.
Even on the exit, bro. Even walking
No, we went
even walking
outside.
out.
It was all quiet walking down the steps, and all of a sudden we went outside and it exploded again. It was
Yeah, so that's exactly what it was like, right? You're walking out of MSG, you come out from the stairs and the escalators and everything, you go into the main lobby where it's the final walkout, right? Where you're going into, underneath the building to go, out to the street.
outside.
And
Yeah.
so those last doors where you open it up and you're going outside, as soon as you open those doors and you get to the last stairs, it just was a roar. You open the doors up and it was Knicks, let's go, Knicks, let's go, Knicks. Literally,
And
as
it was like everybody was all like talking amongst themselves while we was getting through the doors and the security and stuff. Like,
I mean,
and then all of a sudden we get out the glass doors, we get outside of those. Let's go next. Like, oh snap, yeah.
and like we said all show long, this is preseason. Just wait,
Yes.
just wait, just wait. You don't get guys like Floyd Mayweather showing up to a preseason game for no reason.
Yo, for real.
Come on.
For
So
real.
that's what it is, man. I'm looking forward to this season like crazy. Coach, me and you are going to be at a ton of games.
Yes,
So
sir.
you know that we'll have plenty of content all season long.
You know it.
We'll have the Danny B morning drive next morning all day. We got coaches, Knicks minutes always. I mean, we're going to be having content all day. And then I'm going to share something with you guys now that I haven't had a chance to talk to you about, Coach, but I don't care. We're going to do it. So when we come, we're going to take a hiatus right now. First of all, this is the last Saturday show until the off season,
Right.
next off season. So we'll come
We'll
back.
be doing this during the week, but yeah,
Exactly. We'll come back in a new day, new time, sometime during the week. But what I want to do is incorporate a way to bring you guys up here. So like right now, we got people watching on YouTube. If you got a camera, I'm going to throw out a link and we're going to be bringing guys on to come. And so instead of just chatting here in the comments, you'll be able to come up, show your face, and throw some 2 cents into the conversation. So I think that'll be a pretty cool way to incorporate the people listening and the rest of the fans that want to have a piece of the conversation as well. So and you know what, it's also like a step up from the call-in shows. You know what I'm saying? It's a video call-in show. So I think that'll be real cool. I'm real excited for that. I think this season's gonna be crazy, man. That's for sure.
Right on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get to your Saturdays. Have your fun.
We'll be back soon. Keep
we'll
those
be
eyes
back
out.
soon. Follow us on Twitter. You'll know what's happening. And I'm still on my Candid Corner. So
Candid Corner, man. Coach, tell him. We're always plugging everybody's stuff. Coach, go plug your stuff, bro. Please.
Because I don't really plug it here. I mean, this is
know.
Knicks Corner space. You know what I mean? And I respect the space that I'm in because this is where I get to talk my Knicks.
I hear that, bro.
But every Wednesday night at 9, you can check out the Candid Corner on YouTube. You can go to the website www.thecandidcorner.com. I keep my Knicks minutes. I keep my Candid minutes. The full show is an hour with my main man, Mr. Lewis. Again, we talk sports and hip hop. Yeah, that's my dude, long time. And we talk sports, all sports. We talk hip hop.
What's up?
Say what now?
Lou's here, bro.
Where? He's tuning in?
Yo.
Oh, there you go. What's up? What's up, Mr. Lewis?
That's what's up, man. Good time.
See, it's all love and it's all family, man. So check us out every Wednesday. We get down. You know what I mean? And in the meantime, appreciate that, Robert. He just appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah.
Love. I hope you enjoy the content. You know what I mean? All right, DJ Monte Carlo. You know what I mean? Incredible preseason. Let's continue to put that work in full throttle, baby. Yeah. Knicks fans, let's go. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go
Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
Still
Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
Yo, it's still buzzing in my ears, man. It really is.
Man. Yo, I'm about to press the button. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Much love. Good luck to the Knicks. We out. And Danny B, congratulations, brother, on everything in your personal life about to happen to you. Proud of you, brother. I'm with you all the way. Love you, man. And
appreciate
we will talk soon.
Likewise, man. Yo, be good, everybody. We'll catch you guys soon. Peace.